Welcome to the Work Hard People's Podcast. Hope everybody out there is doing great. I'm James, the old guy. We have the beautiful Miss Emma. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. I'm sure you guys remember from the last time Emma was on here. She's out there getting ready for her first show in June, and we are very pumped about that. Appreciate everybody liking and subscribing. Please continue to do so. We have some really good guests coming up. There was recently there was a transformation challenge done in old school labs, and I've been talking with the guy running that. We're going to try and get the winner of that on here and talk about their experience. But today is kind of a coach's corner, and we have Emma on because she is going through this right now, and we want to talk about look at her go, look at it moving. We want to talk about the just training splits and recovery in general because those two things are so important depending on what your goals are. So training splits, just for the layman out there, that's just kind of how you attack your workout program. There are so many to choose from, and it really comes down to your goals. I mean, you have push pull legs, you have a bro split, which technically this is where you're training each individual muscle group separately. You have full body workouts. There's CrossFit workouts, strongman workouts, combinations of all of these things. And to choose one really comes down to what your goals are. So, like with in Emma's case, Emma's preparing for a show and she's preparing for the wellness division. Now, for those of you who don't know, wellness is a division for women or females that have a bigger lower body. Basically, they have nice glutes, big legs, but a smaller frame upper body, tight waist, more like a bikini upper body. So with her workout, we have adjusted a few things because there's things that she needs to build up glutes, quads, hamstrings that really need to shine because that's what the wellness division is. So, like in Emma's case, in her training split, she's training legs literally 3 days a week in one area or another. How has that been going for you doing those things?
I genuinely enjoy it, but I've always enjoyed doing legs for the most part. The recovery aspect of it has been it was an adjustment at first because I definitely wasn't hitting 3 days a week for legs. But now it's just kind of normal. It's pretty consistent for me, so I genuinely enjoy it. And sorry, I'm still sick. As far as like feeling, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, like when I talk to people and I tell them that I hit legs 3 times a week, they think that's crazy. They ask, when I do back or when I do chest and stuff like that, and I was like, I really don't need to. I do, for the most part, just to kind of fine tune some of the upper body, but I don't need to focus so much on building my back and building my chest because those things will just kind of come with a couple days a week. You know what I mean? But the leg aspect of it, I mean, hitting it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is very crucial. But I do
for
enjoy
your
it.
division, for your division, definitely. And one of the things I love about working with Emma is, and anybody working with a coach, you've got to be very quick to talk to them. So when Emma's fatigued, when she is feeling down and feeling like she's not recovering enough, uh, we take an extra day off. We just skip a day. You need to listen to your body first. Just because your coach says it, don't. I mean, yes, follow the program, work the program, but if you are feeling overly fatigued and you're not getting out of that particular workout that day, what you're doing, or you feel you need an extra day of rest, communicate that because the recovery aspect is so important. And what a lot of people don't realize is that protein synthesis, that's what is repairing. So if we go in the gym and we train chest and then we start eating our food, protein synthesis kicks in to repair those muscle fibers and start repairing the damage that we created in the gym. Protein synthesis lasts for 48 hours on average. Some muscle groups a little less, some a little bit more, but relatively 48 hours is what protein synthesis lasts for. What does that tell us? That tells us that we can train a muscle group every 48 hours. If They're not having excess pain in that area or in the supporting muscle groups. Now, how do you figure that out? Well, with the MO, we experimented, right? We balanced out volume and weight to try to find the right amount of volume and the right amount of weight to continue to grow and be able to train those areas that really need to shine 3 days a week. And we train Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So she has 48 hours in between each uh movement, even though we're switching it up. It's not like she's doing full legs 3 days a week.
Yeah.
There's like glutes and hams focused on a day. There's a quad focused day. There's glutes get hit a lot more than anything because that is
Yeah.
like that's the winner
And the
for
glutes, quads, and then quads and glutes.
yeah, and because glutes is the winner for wellness. That's you got to have a great glute ham tie in, a nice sweep. Those are the things that and Arnold figured this out early on. That's how he used to train. He did a combination of the push pull legs where Arnold actually back in the day, and I don't recommend this, not now, not what we know now, but he would literally train 5 hours a day, 6 days a week, 2.5 hours in the morning, 2.5 hours at night. And he did something that was a full body workout. And it was push one day, pull the next, push the next day, pull the next. He did push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, and trained his. So on push day, it was from his neck to his toes, the entire front of his body.
Yeah.
On pull day, the exact opposite. So he's literally on push day doing chest, delts, triceps, abs, quads, everything in the front of the body. And on pull day, the opposite. Does that have benefit? Well, yeah, I'm telling you, it does. I've been experimenting with it recently, and I'm telling you right now, it has benefit. But the thing we got to manage is recovery,
Mhm.
right? Because recovery is very important. And there's two types of recovery there's passive recovery and there's active recovery. So, like Emma on Sundays usually has a passive recovery day, right? You don't do a whole lot on Sundays.
Usually it's Saturdays now, but
Is it
yeah.
Saturdays? So Saturdays now you're not, but that is just the body needs rest. It needs time to recover. It needs time to get ready to take on the damage that
Well,
you're
I think
doing in the gym.
a lot of people think like they see Arnold, they see C-Bomb, Derek Lunsford, they see all these professional bodybuilders doing these strenuous workouts, which yes, they're proven to work, they're proven to be beneficial in muscle growth and strength training and things like that. But also when you are taking supplements that enhances and quickens your recovery time. So yes, you can recover a lot faster in order to turn around and break those muscles down again versus someone who is completely natural. The body takes a little bit longer to recover. It's going to take some more time to sit there and repair all of the damaged tissue and the damaged cells that reproduce those so you can turn around and do it again. So like that 48-hour mark is a little more kind of on par for someone who is not taking any PEDs or any type of major supplements versus CBOM. He's taking a
No,
lot.
you're 100%. And well, Seabohm actually, I've read an article with him. He's actually on the lower side than some of the other guys. He takes the bare minimum. He's just a genetic phenom.
Yeah, he
But
is.
you are 100% correct because what a lot of people think, oh, well, steroids make you stronger. No, lifting weights make you stronger. What the steroids do and all the different PEDs, recovery, it speeds up protein synthesis. It allows that to happen quicker so they can train more frequently and train heavy more frequently. So I just did that push pull thing this last week. I typically on my Fitbit, which isn't 100% accurate, but it shows how much calories you're burning through activity in a day. Typically, that was showing like 500 calories. The last week I started doing this thing, 3 of the 5 days, I was at 1,000 calories of burn for
Yeah.
activity. 2 of those days, I was over 600, right? Saturday, yesterday, I could barely lift in the gym. I was dead. Mainly, I was there training another client, but I was dead and I needed a lot of food yesterday. My Fitbit was showing me that I'm burning anywhere from 32 to 3,500 calories a day. This last week, it's been 42 to 4,500, right? So I was and I just can't eat that amount of food. I'm 52 years old.
Yeah.
I'm natural. I can't. I was starving yesterday. I could not get enough food in me yesterday, and I am wiped out today. I am
Yeah,
just
I've noticed that.
exhausted.
Yeah, I've noticed that for me too. Like on Friday I went, was it Friday or Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. I was um I was moving significantly more weight. I felt significantly stronger.
Yeah,
And
I
and
remember those pictures. You
Thursday
look
rolled
good.
around, I don't have any issues moving weight for pull days. But then Friday rolled around and I couldn't move the same amount of weight I was moving Wednesday, but I did go up like 10 to 15 pounds per set. So I was not building it, but I was lifting heavier than what I was previous weeks. Friday I
Yeah,
could not lift near as much, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on? And yesterday, oh my god, I could not stop eating. I was so hungry. I was like, oh my god, okay. I ate like a yogurt, I ate a banana, I ate an orange. Like I was like, I'm about to eat all my meals in like one setting because I'm so hungry. Like it was ridiculous. But at the
I
same time,
literally.
other thing is like people don't like like you were saying, like active recovery and passive recovery. In those recovery times is when you are also burning calories because your body is having to produce and repair, which cause you're burning calories to do that. It uses
Yeah,
energy to make new cells and create new bonds and things like that. And when you do a strenuous workout, when you do something that you've never done before, and you're lifting a lot of weight and you're doing a lot of movements, then all of a sudden you're in recovery. You're like, your body's like freaking the fuck out. So it's like, holy shit, we have to do a lot right now.
oh
Like
yeah,
there's a lot of swelling, there's a lot of damage. We've got to
inflammation, all that stuff we
yeah,
got to repair. Yeah,
yeah. And so it's going to
yeah.
be in repair mode, and then in that repair mode, you're also burning calories. Like, and um, that's why people will say lifting burns more calories than cardio. Um, Now, there are some instances where cardio can burn, yes, a lot of calories, but the recovery time with cardio is a lot shorter of a window. So if I go run 3 miles on a treadmill versus doing my normal workout, maybe a little bit heavier than normal, I'm probably going to burn more calories lifting weight because I'm in that recovery mode a lot longer than when I am in cardio. And I also hate cardio, so I'm going to listen to that.
Well, no, it is, and it depends on how intense are your gym sessions. So,
Yes.
anytime you do anything that really taxes the central nervous system, it requires recovery time. That is why bodybuilders can typically train more frequently than a strength athlete.
Mhm.
Because a strength athlete, they are really lifting a lot of weight, and that will really tax the central nervous system. So, for instance, I can train anywhere from well, for instance, told you about the last 6 days. I know that I cannot do that natural, not the way I was doing it. So I'm going to go to a 4 on, 1 off, 4 on, 1 off. So every 10 days, I'm going to train 8. A strength athlete, they are probably training 8 days every 14 days, right? They're only going to train 4 days a week. I was talking to Matt about this. Matt freaking Deacons, frequent flyer on the show. But I was talking to him about this last week. He can only train 4 days a week. His central nervous system can't handle any more than that because that dude is lifting heavy shit all the
Yeah,
time, and it
he's
is
moving
taxing.
a lot of weight, and he's breaking his body down very, very, very quickly, moving that much weight. He's burning through a lot of
Correct.
energy and all that stuff. So it takes a lot more time to recover for that. It's not a 48-hour window. It's a couple days
Yeah.
before it
Well,
recovers. Yeah,
that's where that whole hit stuff comes in because of the amount of oxygen that's required. The your When you deplete the body of oxygen, which is when I talk about if you're lifting weights and you're really adding in intensifiers, drop sets, back off sets, cess sets, FST7 stuff. That stuff requires a lot of oxygen. When you deplete the body of oxygen, it takes the body a couple days to recover from that, and you will continue to burn for up to 24 to 48 hours, depending on how depleted you are of those things. So, and that burns, like you're saying, it absolutely burns. You hit on passive and active recovery. We need to kind of so passive is basically what it sounds like. It's passive. You're chilling, you're sleeping, you're just letting the body do its thing because the body recovers and repairs itself a lot in sleep. But active recovery is very important as well. And a lot of people don't understand what active recovery is. Does active recovery mean that you don't go in the gym? I can, but you can also go in the gym and do active recovery. Where it really comes from is you with active recovery, you're looking at stretching, massage, walking, because as you flood the body with blood, when you walk, it's going to pick up your heart rate, elevate your blood pressure a little bit. That blood flushes through the body and starts to flush out toxins and helps everything, help the lymph system engage to start getting rid of all of the damaged tissue that's being healed and things. That is active recovery. Both are required. Both are required. So make sure you're doing those things. Massage is great. We were having a little coaching session with Emma before we jumped on here. And one of the things that I want her to do now is really start to engage in deep tissue massage because as you're training, you're tearing those muscle fibers, scar tissue builds up, your individual fibers adhere, the different muscles like your biceps, your quads, the separate muscles will start to have adhesions and deep tissue massage separates that, breaks all those adhesions up, helps you look more separated. So, those are all things that we need to be doing. And then the key is the number one key to all this game is food, people. Right? I mean, when we first put your diet together, you're like, holy shit, I cannot eat that much food. And I'm like, you can eat a lot more than you think you can, and you're not going to gain weight, but you
Well,
need it.
it's the state. It's when you can eat a lot of food, but it's the types of food you eat because there's some satiable foods that'll keep you full, make you literally so full that you cannot eat anymore. But there's also the foods that they're full of shit. There's not much nutritional value to them. So when you eat all those foods, it's like, oh, I could turn around and eat an ice cream cone still, or I could still eat this and this and this. Like I could go eat something from Whataburger or go get um something from Chick-fil-A and be hungry in 45 minutes because
Yeah.
yes, it's a lot of calories, but it's not satiable. My body's still missing something. It's not that that hunger trigger in my brain. It's still there, right? Versus when I'm eating my meals, it's like this is so much fucking rice. This is so much chicken. Like, oh my god, I'm telling
Stays
so
with
much.
you. Yeah, it's totally
Oh
different, man. It
yes,
stays
like
with you a lot.
yes,
So
and I just sit
even
there
me, like
trying
I
to think.
eat, I'm supposed to be eating between 2,500 and 3,000 calories a day, just based off of what I'm burning. And that's in a deficit.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to get to that 2,500 calorie number, eating rice and chicken, even ground turkey, fish. I mean, it is a hard thing to do. I usually come in right around 22 to 2,500 calories, right? But it's hard for me to get over there. And there are days if I'm burning 4,500 calories, I truly need to be eating 3,000 plus.
Mhm.
I can't do it, man.
It's
Just can't,
hard.
I can't.
It's hard. Like last night, I actually didn't do chicken and rice. I had steak and potatoes
Oh yeah,
instead because we went out to eat, and I had to ask them, what the weight was, like how many grams of food is this, and it actually ended up being like right on par
yeah.
for the carbs. The carbs are a little
Wait,
higher.
what kind of steak did you have?
A filet.
Okay, that's lean.
It's
That's lean.
I only eat lean steaks. I don't
Yeah,
eat.
my favorite's a ribeye. That's my favorite, but
I don't
I
like.
mainly
Rice.
sirloin, New York strip filet because it doesn't
Yeah,
carry as much
I
fat.
like the lean steaks. I don't. If I wanted to
Yeah.
eat fat, I would just go eat butter. I really don't want fat steaks. I want lean. I like lean meat.
I don't know,
So
man. We might have to fight on this one, Emma, because a good marbled ribeye
just no.
that just melts in your mouth, man.
No, it's I'm a texture person though. Like I
Oh yeah,
don't
that was
like even bacon. Like I really don't like. I am very particular about my bacon because if the fat is still like soft,
yeah.
it
I don't
gross.
like that. I don't
Like
like the fat.
it
I don't
has to
like.
be a chip. I have to be eating a chip bacon.
I don't
Pretty.
like chewy fat on my steak either. That's why you needed
It's
someone to
just
cook you a good
it's just
ribeye.
gross. Versus a New York strip, a sirloin is usually my
Yeah,
go-to, but Jocko's has the best filet mignon in
yeah,
Pensacola that I've had so far. So that's like my go-to there. I'll get that.
yeah.
Have a little bit of there's potatoes and asparagus. It was like the perfect meal. There's like everything that I needed, and I was so disgustingly full afterwards. But so good.
Hey, man. It's good. It's okay, people. It is okay to cheat a little bit, have fun, enjoy yourself. What we're
Yeah,
looking for here.
I didn't even cheat. I was
Yeah,
still riding
exactly.
the
You
bus.
didn't. You didn't. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to do that. It's okay to have ice cream now and again. The key is get your health back. Right? Bless you. Get your health back. Let's start eating a majority of our foods as clean carbohydrates, lean proteins, lots of vegetables. Take it back. We have been, this is, I know your soapbox, Emma. We have been bombarded with advertisements and all this crap about this food. It's supposed to be good for us, and it's absolute shit. Eat good whole food that you cook. You want to go to a restaurant now and again? Great. You want to go have a cheeseburger at McDonald's or wherever? Great. Do it. Spend the most of your time eating good, healthy foods. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to be more mental clear, have more mental clarity. It just is the way to go. And as far as training splits, it really comes down to your goals, people. Uh, Emma wants to enter a bodybuilding competition and she wants to win. There's nothing healthy about what she's getting ready to go through. There's nothing healthy about being that lean getting on stage. That's why it's one day.
Yep.
One day and
I'm gonna
you're
go eat
back out.
that.
You are back out. It is not that is not necessarily what we do here, but it's an important aspect. If you want to achieve that type of goal, there is something. What you really need to find is a split that you enjoy, that you have fun with, because that's what's going to keep you coming back. If it's CrossFit, great. Bro split, great. I want to go in there and have chest day. I want to,
And
whatever it is.
it's not even necessarily like, yes, you want to have fun with it, but it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to always be enjoyable. It just has to be something that's going to keep you going back. Because I mean, we went to the zoo yesterday, and I don't judge anyone that is overweight, but I will sit there and think, because I've been overweight, I've been that person who didn't know how to not eat food. I knew how to eat food very well. Like we got on the train, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, there's a weight capacity on this train. And eventually it's probably going to get to the point where because I mean, there's so many overweight people. And I hate to see it, because it's like we're so conditioned to just eat, 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 like you're saying, like the advertisements. And I've just recently run into a lot of my clients are being prescribed Ozempic and Manjaro, which is a diabetes medication. The side effect is weight loss, because it suppresses your
Yeah.
appetite to the point where you don't want to eat, and there's significant weight loss with it. That's, I mean, if it's like there's nothing else that you can do, you can't even fathom trying to do any other way, and that's just the way you can do it. I mean, because being overweight, having that much visceral fat on your organs is deadly. That's why the leading cause of heart death in America is heart disease. And
Gonna kill you.
yeah, if that's what's going to help you, if that's what's going to help you kind of start your journey, then like do that. Because I mean, mine started with intermittent fasting. It started with, I didn't even work out. I was just going to not eat as much, and I saw the changes in my weight, and then all of a sudden I was like, holy crap! Like I could be exactly what I've always wanted to be, with just a little bit of discipline, just a little
Well,
bit.
the
Like
energy levels. Think about it. I've been so right now. I am currently 280 pounds.
mm-hmm,
Um, I am not like your average 280-pound dude out there.
mm-hmm,
My shoulders are literally as big as Emma's head if we were in person. So, but my point is, even that for me. Now I have a goal. Like there was something I've been trying to accomplish. I had that bad injury. I've been trying to get as strong as I was upper body wise before the injury, and I've achieved that. So now I'm on the downslide. Like I'm losing weight, but I gained a little bit more weight this time because I couldn't with the injury. I couldn't be as active in other areas. But that being said, even me at 280 is not healthy. It's not. Even though I look healthy, I don't look I don't have a big belly. I have, my heart is still pumping blood through 280 pounds,
mm-hmm.
right? So, and that's why, like now I'm in a process of, I've cut my calories. I got back what I wanted to get back. Now I'm pulling that extra fat off. But it is so important, like the heart disease, the eating poorly, all these fatty foods, the cheeseburgers, the McDonald's, the fast food. It's so easy, and we live in such a fast-paced life that it's just like you got a family, and it's like, oh, we're just going to McDonald's. I ain't got time to cook. People find time. It's the one thing that's going to keep your family together longer.
Yes.
It's going to keep you on this earth longer.
Yes.
So find time to eat healthy.
It's just crazy because I mean, there's so much they find time. And I'll be again the first to admit I've been through it. I know the thought process with it. I know the excuses. All the excuses, I've heard them all because I've made them all. I've said every
Yeah.
excuse look as to why I couldn't eat healthy, why I needed to go eat out instead of cooking, why I all the excuses. I had them all. I had a million excuses yesterday as to why I didn't want to meal prep. So I didn't meal prep yesterday, and now look, I have to do it today. I don't want to do it today, but I'm gonna
Now
have
your
to.
coach is going to call you later. Just saying.
That's me. I'm gonna post on my Instagram story. So, because I actually got salmon, so I'm excited to try it. But yeah, so it's just like it's just one of those things. And yes, like we live in just a world that's it's just pushed on us. I mean, we a lot of the generations right now that are the ones that are overweight severely. We grew up on Pop Tarts for breakfast, Sunny D for breakfast, Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like all of these. It's cancer. I'm sorry, it's cancer and diabetes in a box. That's literally what it is.
Yeah,
And
it
so
is.
it's hard to shift the narrative. I get it. It's hard to now all of a sudden you're trying to create a healthy food relationship for your child with food because you don't want them to struggle with the same things you struggle with, or you're not because you don't know any different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But people are just content. They don't see themselves being able to change their life. They're, oh, that's too much work. I could never lose that weight. I could never, I just had a baby. I could never lose that weight. One of my really good friends got her started on exactly what I did. She was 260 something pounds, I think.
Is this that one girl you sent me pictures? Yeah, great
She's
job.
down to like
Awesome job.
160. She's lost like almost over 100 pounds in
Yeah.
a year, but by
Hmm.
simply just changing her lifestyle. People are accusing her of being on Ozempic because it's crazy. Oh my God, how did you lose it? Oh no, you have to be taking some. No, you don't. You don't
No.
have to be taking anything. You don't have to be taking diabetes medications. You don't have to go get gastric bypass. I'm not saying those are not alternatives. Sometimes people do have genetic things, or maybe they have destroyed their thyroid, maybe they have PCOS that is simply stopping them from losing the weight, where they do need a little bit of push of help. That's the exception, not the rule. The rule is the fact that as a society, we are severely overweight. And what are we showing our kids? That it's okay to be overweight, that it's okay to be on high blood pressure medication and diabetes medication before you're 50. And then all of a sudden, you're on these medications. Life insurance is so expensive because you have health issues up the
You
ass.
can't get it.
You have to go on disability because you had a stroke at 50 and you
Yeah.
can't work anymore and you're living off $1,000 a month, and you wish that you would have changed your lifestyle 15, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Even if you have the worst health right now, you can still do actions to change the way that you are eating, to change your lifestyle that is going to help you prolong your life and, most importantly, your quality of life. Okay, fine, you're on high blood pressure, you think you're fine. That's the quality of life. You really want to be taking a pill every single day for the rest of your
Yeah.
life? Like,
No
really?
doubt. You are so accurate. And the thing is, even with the thyroid thing, so I can speak. I have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease that severely affects the thyroid. So I have hypothyroidism. I take an amount of levothyroxine that is pretty high, according to doctors. So I take 175 milligrams of levothyroxine every day, and 3 days a week I add another 25. Well, not milligrams; it's actually MCGs. But 3 days a week I take another 25 MCG on top of it.
Yep.
Uh, but I was still able to lose the weight. I ate less.
Yeah.
Yes, my metabolism is slower than the average person that is my height and weight. I just need to eat less. I need to
But
control
imagine,
my
imagine
behaviors.
if you didn't work out. Imagine if you didn't pay attention to how you were eating.
I
You had
didn't. That's why I was 325 pound fat slob.
No, I get that, but I'm saying imagine if you did never change anything, right?
Yeah. Oh, I
That
know. I'd be 400
literally
pounds now.
400 pounds. You probably would have completely lost your foot by now, or
100%.
maybe not even come back for it from the chance of you're bedridden or in a wheelchair. You
Yeah.
know, you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, and now all of a sudden you're what, 51 years old right now?
Two.
52? Okay. You wouldn't be in the gym. You would
Nope.
probably be the most miserable human being, and you would have been like, if I had just made the change 10 years ago,
Yeah.
5 years ago, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in. Like, yes, you have your circumstances right now where it's like, this sucks ass. But at the same time,
I
you're
don't know.
doing
I'm still happy, man.
what I'm saying. I'm like, you're still making the changes, you're still going with it because you know if you stop, if you slow down, that your health is going to decline rapidly and probably
Yeah.
result in an early death that you didn't want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And just the mental aspect of going through the gym with the injury and not being able to do stuff was amazing because going in there and just being able to it spikes your endorphin levels, it gets you all pumped. And there's always a silver lining. Why do I end the show with don't forget to smile? Because there's always a reason to freaking smile. There's always something. It may be hard to find, and I get that. Because there are days, dude. But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, right? It's like you
They always
find it.
like that's not forever. You're not always going
Yeah,
to be happy. You're not always going to be miserable. Everything comes to an end. And the
right.
thing is just like we have a saying at work, you just keep coming back one more day. Just come back one more day. If you're not seeing the results that you want in the gym, if you're not seeing the results that you want in the kitchen, just keep coming back. It did not take you a week to become 400 pounds. Okay.
It's correct.
It did not take me a week to go from 150 in high school to 235 pounds. No, it took me years. So
Yeah,
now it's taking me, now it doesn't, it's not even taking me years to get really where I'm at now. It only took me about a year. So you can actually lose weight faster than you can gain weight, first of all. And
if you're focused, absolutely.
yeah, yeah, because you see, like, if you are eating 4,000 calories a day and you really only need to be eating 2,000, go ahead and cut it down to 2,000. You will be losing 4 to 5 pounds a week, and it's healthy weight. Your body can naturally use the fat as fuel. You are no longer
Hmm.
food sources. It just drives me crazy. It drives me
Yeah.
so crazy.
It's man, it's tough. And it really, like you say, it is so mental. It has been beaten into every. Think about any advertisement you see. It is fast food. It's Chili's. It's this food. It's this candy. It's like I mean, you walk down the aisles at Walmart or any grocery store, right? A majority of that store is set up for
Yes.
jacking you up.
If you get mad at the grocery prices, if you are the one that's like groceries are so expensive, I don't know how I spend $400 every time I go to the grocery store. Stop for a second, okay? Go to the store with the intent to only buy Whole Foods and see how small that store becomes to you. We went to Sam's.
Side.
We went to
Outside aisles, stay out of the middle.
we went to Sam's, and I've said this for a few years now, like probably like a year and a half now, 2 years. Every time we go to the store now, I'm like, wow, it's such a big store, but it's so small. Because I will
Yeah,
go to the produce aisle. I will get well. First, I start in like the grocery bags and like trash bags and stuff like that. Like
yeah,
big,
yeah, yeah. Stuff you need for the house.
yeah, toilet paper, all that stuff. So I get all that everything that I need from that side, and I walk over and I pass everything other than where they have the like boxed preserved foods, right? Grab my box of 5 minute white rice, throw that in the box. Sometimes I'll grab some canned vegetables, just depending on what I'm feeling like I'm going to make that week. And then I continue and I go straight to either seasonings or produce, go get my cold foods, and then I go get my meats. And that's it. I'm not sitting
Yeah,
here going through all the aisles with all the chips and all the candy and all of
yeah,
the bullshit. And it's so crazy because Sam's is huge, but all of a sudden it's really small. Walmart's huge. But the second you're only going for your whole foods, you literally go to the produce, you go to the meats, and you go to the dairies. And
yeah,
that's it. That's all there is. There's
yeah.
nothing,
There's nothing.
and maybe other than
Yeah.
getting like coffee and stuff like that. But I mean,
And I
it's
don't
just,
even get dairy because I honestly think I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, man. I eat dairy and it jacks me up.
I'm definitely lactose intolerant, but in moderation, as long as I eat it
Yeah.
in moderation, like in my coffee, it's fine. There was a point in time before we got into wanting to do a show. I was eating Raisin Bran every morning.
Hey,
And I
good
was,
source of fiber.
yeah, and I was eating like 3 bowls though.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
I
good.
was shitting my brains out because I was like, this is
Yeah,
someone,
3 bowls you will. How about
yeah,
just one bowl at night?
yeah, it's like between the fiber and the milk. And I was like, oh my God, my stomach is fucked up.
It's
Or
like
Mason.
freaking chocolate milkshakes every morning.
Yeah,
Shit,
like every
that's
time I was
crazy.
like Mason or my friend Chloe, they were like, "Can you stop shitting your pants?" I'm like, I can't help it. Like my stomach's
Yeah,
like,
some reason I don't know why I had 3 bowls of Raisin Bran, but
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah,
that's funny.
it's just crazy to see it, and I hate to see someone that is, especially when they're overweight and they have kids, because it's just like not only are you setting an example for your children, but you're also shortening your time with them because
Yeah,
I don't care what movement you're on. I don't care if you are happy in the body that you're in. I do not care. What it comes down to is the facts, and the facts are that if you are overweight, you will have a shorter life expectancy than someone who is healthy.
and
I
it's
don't
coming. You can see it come in the grocery store, man. So I was leaving the grocery store yesterday. I had a package of lean ground beef that I had to pick up. The lady in front of me was unloading her cart. She had 2 kids, her and her husband, severely overweight, and there was every kind of fried chicken nugget, frozen pizza, ice cream, cookies, cake, everything you could think of in there. Like I did not see a fresh vegetable, a bag of salad, nothing. And they literally left the grocery store with 2 grocery carts full of sugar, just all of that stuff. And I was like, man, you are setting your kids up for failure.
there's this one lady on TikTok, and she makes her 1-year-old's breakfasts, and she posts it on TikTok, and then she'll make her lunch and stuff. And I mean, breakfast is the little white powdered donuts for a 1-year-old. Um, some very high sugared yogurt, which is like the Danimals, which is like
Yeah,
sugar milk, is what it
yeah.
is. Um, and then like half a banana. And I'm just like, you did good on the banana, but what else is there? And then like lunch will be chicken nuggets and Cheetos. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this 1-year-old, you are setting up this 1-year-old for failure in life down the line because this kid is not going to ever eat a vegetable in its life. And by the
Mm-mm.
time they're an adult, they're going to have a huge struggle with food. They're going to have a huge struggle with textures because they don't want to eat the carrots. They want the Cheetos. They don't want to eat the broccoli. They want the mashed potatoes, which mashed potatoes can be healthy, but let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, they're
Depends
mixed
on
with
how you make them, and most
a ton
people
of
make them with
butter.
a stick of butter,
Yes, exactly. And
and then
so
put some gravy on top.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like we have potlucks at the office all the time, like for holidays,
Yeah.
celebrations, and I don't eat like anything because I'm like, I don't know what you made this with. Like I'll eat what I brought, which is usually like,
Yeah.
and I can eat
Yeah.
ham. I mean, I'll eat some ham, maybe a little bit of mac and cheese because it's like boxed mac and cheese. I know it's in that, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm like, first of all, your house might be dirty. Second of all, I don't know how you know what I mean.
That's
So
funny. Well, hell. Well, Emma, I appreciate you. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm gonna go watch the game here in about an hour and a half. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it. You got anything you want to bail out with?
no, I got on my rant. Now I got to finish cleaning up.
That's good. Gotta kill that dog. Oh wait, we better not say that. Well, friggin' somebody
She's dead.
on her.
She's dead.
Dog keeps peeing on the carpet. No,
Yep.
people, I appreciate you. We are very grateful for those that have, like I said, followed, that like and subscribe, and we're just trying to get you the best information that we can. Figure out what training split really works well for you. If you have trouble with that, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Dat, recovery food, whatever you need. I am absolutely happy to help. Come June, if you're in the Pensacola area, June 15th, come watch Emma compete at the OCB Emerald Coast show there. It'll be in Pensacola, June 15th. Watch her. We're going to bring a package to try to make sure she wins that show.
Yep.
So get after it, girl. But with that, you get out there and work hard, peoples. And remember, don't forget to smile. Thanks so much for watching or listening. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook at Work Hard Peoples LLC or Instagram at Work Hard Peoples LLC. You can also find us on our website at workhardpeoples.com. Have a great day or night. Don't forget to smile.